Hey everybody, Crystal here, the Pineapple Picker, and today we're going to go over what sold from July 20th through July 26th. Okay, so starting out this past week, I sold a Vera Bradley little crossbody bag in Modern Melody, new with tags. That sold for $19.99 plus the buyer paid shipping. I think I picked this up for a couple of dollars at a yard sale. Next, I sold Columbia Women's Newton Ridge waterproof hiking boots in size 7 in gray. And those I picked up at Goodwill for $5 and they sold for $49.99 plus the buyer paid shipping. These are basically brand new. I picked these up in another pair of boots. Next, I sold a vintage postcard Montana shaped state facts map with wildlife and Native Americans. This sold for $8.99 plus the buyer paid shipping. This came out of a storage unit a while ago and I came across it. I had a tote full of items that I hadn't listed or really gone through too much. And yeah, this was a pretty good sale for what it was. It was really cool though. Next, I sold 2 Mount Vernon plates inspired by Martha Washington, 8 inches in floral and blue and white. And those sold for $24.99 plus the buyer paid shipping. Again, this was out of that tote of items from a storage unit. Next, I sold a vintage Warner Brother Roadrunner Wile E. Coyote King sheet flat rare, and it was new with its tag for $124.99. That I picked up for $1.99 at Goodwill. If you've seen my video a couple of, I think it was 2 videos ago or maybe last video, you saw that I picked that up for $1.99. That was a great find. Next, I sold to the same buyer 2 of the Laurel Birch Inspirations ceramic cat dishes. One sold for $24.99 and one sold for $29.99, and both of those I picked up for $2 at Goodwill. Next, I sold a Belique Shamrock 9-inch bowl. It's from May 2007, a limited edition. It was number 259 out of 2,200. That sold for $24.99 plus the buyer paid shipping. I believe I paid $4 for this at an estate sale on a half price day. Next, I sold a new Stella and Dot white, blue, enamel, gold tone stretch bangle bracelet. And this I picked up for 99 cents at a local thrift store, and it sold for $10.25 plus the buyer paid $1.99 shipping. Next, I sold, I explained a few videos ago that I mixed up 2 handbags and I wound up donating the better one of the 2. So I sold this other one to a buyer for, it had some staining on the strap, and I explained that to the buyer and she was fine with it. So this sold, it was a Adele handbag with a wallet and dust bag, dark teal and white as is. And I sold this for $5.99 plus the buyer paid shipping. Next, I sold Playday Pull Float Poop Emoji, 4 foot wide, includes repair patch. That sold for $14.99 plus the buyer paid shipping. This I bought last summer on clearance for $2. And I bought several of these, several of the inflatable pool mats and things like that. I think I spent somewhere around $40 total on everything. And I sold all of the inflatable pool mats, and I have a few of these left. And I believe, I don't know, I think I have a flamingo and a unicorn, but my kids have pretty much claimed some of these also. Next, I sold a Dooney & Bourke denim small banana bag, brown leather, in excellent used condition. So this is something from that came from a neighbor who was getting rid of a bunch of stuff, and she just gave us some boxes full of items that she was going to donate, and this was in it. So that was a great find. It sold for $44.99 plus the buyer paid shipping. Next, I sold a U-Brands foiled geomagnetic wallpaper locker style black and gold 4 sheets that's new in box, and it sold for $8.99 plus the buyer paid shipping. This came out of a bulk buy that I did not too long ago, so BULQ. It's a site that sells liquidation boxes. And next I sold Kitty's Critters Frog Siesta 2005, colorful with box in excellent condition. So this I picked up at a yard sale for $10. I did pay up for this, but I knew that it would bring a decent amount. So it sold for, had it listed for I think $99.99. I took a best offer of $68 and the buyer paid shipping on that. And next I sold more of the Pringles, the Rick and Morty limited edition pickle Pringles. That was a 3-pack for $8.79 plus the buyer paid shipping. I picked these up for $1 a piece at our Harris Teeter a while back. Next I sold Soul Eyes by Del Sol, only with you sunglasses, white and black and gray, sort of like a zebra stripe kind of thing. I picked these up for $2 at Goodwill, and they sold for $22 and the buyer paid shipping. I took a best offer on these as well. I think I had them listed for $22.99. Next, I sold 5 vintage Federal Depression glass Patrician spokes, amber 9-inch plates. I can't speak today. Sold all 5 of those for $19.99 and the buyer paid shipping. These came in a set. I purchased the whole set for $24.99. So I sold some fruit bowls the last time, and then I sold these this time. So we're pretty much made our money back and we're into the profit now. So minus fees, of course. Next, I sold Creative Memories Star and Heart Hole Punch scrapbooking tools. So this was like the heart and star punches, and then the little boxes to keep your punches in, and it sold for $14.99 plus the buyer paid shipping. This came from a scrapbook, like a big huge lot of scrapbooking supplies that I bought a while ago. Next, I sold a Swan Planter vintage terracotta with metallic green, red, blue, and gold drip on the top. That sold for $21.37, and then the buyer paid shipping. Again, I took a best offer on this. I think I had it listed for $29.99. Next, I sold a vintage Chief, I don't know how to say that, University of Illinois Fighting glass mug for $24.99 plus the buyer paid shipping. This also was out of a storage unit buy that we did. And that's it. That's it for the week. So I know this is coming to you a little bit later than I had promised. I apologize for that. I had to be a mom first yesterday for several reasons, and yeah, so I'm getting this out a day later than I had planned to. But I hope you guys understand that. We just found out here that our kids are going to be taught virtually for the first 9 weeks of school. So I'm really glad that I actually quit my job and decided to do eBay full time and have the antique booth going, which is doing fairly well. And yeah, I'm really glad that I did that. Let me know how you and your children are coming along with everything. My kids, I have a mixed bag. So I have a kindergartner who, you know, one that was supposed to start kindergarten, and she's a little disappointed, but she's also happy to be home. I have a rising 4th grader who is really social and likes to be with her friends, and is really upset that, you know, they're not going to go back to school right away. And then I have an 11-year-old who is going into middle school, so she'll be going into 6th grade, and she's perfectly fine with being home. So she's I don't know, like, you know, middle school can be a little bit intimidating, so it's a whole new world. So I understand that. But yeah, so I'll be teaching all three of my children here at home, and then, you know, selling on eBay and my antique booth and YouTube and all of these things. It's gonna be fairly challenging, but they're all very smart girls and they all work really hard. So when they put their minds to it, of course. So I think we'll be fine. But yeah, it's a little scary, a little scary to think about, but we'll be good. All right, so one thing that I did want to share with you guys is we did hit up some yard sales and estate sales this past weekend. None of them I really had a whole lot come out of. I'm not going to really do a haul video or anything. I'm hoping that this weekend there are a couple that I can go to that I can do some recording and bring a haul to you guys and kind of show you what I picked up. But I did want to show you one item that I got. So one of the estate sales we went to was, for lack of a better word, almost like a hoarder house. And it was not cleaned up. It was not, there were things thrown everywhere. And I don't know, because we went towards the end of the day, so I don't know if people had come in here and just kind of like thrown things around, but you could definitely tell that whoever this was, you know, was like packing things. There was a bathroom that was just all trash bags and all, you know, just stuff stacked up, and nobody wanted to go in there. But one of the things that I did find, and if you watch Matt with Part-Time Pickers, which I think is now Part-Time Flipper, he actually picks this up. So if you see this, this is Decon, kills mice and rats. I think the green box is actually better. So there's a green box and a yellow box, and I think he has said that the green box is better. And if you guys know, correct me in the comments below. But I picked this up, and it looks like these are selling for $70 to $80. Now I got this along with a bag of items and a picture frame that I put in my booth for $7. I wanted to keep shopping at this estate sale, but honestly, by the time I made it to the kitchen, I was kind of scared. So, so I stopped. But yeah, I got some pretty cool things out of there. So if you're an estate sale or, you know, even a garage sale, I guess, you know, if you see this, go ahead and pick it up. Or at least comp it and see. But this I have listed currently, let's see. Yeah, this I have listed currently for $69.99, and the buyer, or I pay shipping on it. So yeah, I'm hoping that it sells for that, and we'll see. It's the first time that I've picked it up, and the first time I've seen it since I've known about it, so I went ahead and grabbed it. But yeah, check that out. All right, yeah, that's it for today, you guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Thanks for hanging in and waiting a little bit longer to get my what sold video out. And you all take care, and we'll see you next time. Go ahead and subscribe if you'd like. You know, hit the thumbs up and hit the bell for notifications. I really appreciate it. I'm slowly building my channel, and I'm hoping to continue to put out a little bit more content here and there. Just please understand that, you know, my kids come first, and that's just the way it's going to be forever and ever. So thanks so much, you guys. Take care. See you soon.